What's going on, YouTube? It's that black dude, and I'm back. And I had one hell of a day. I've been having a hell of a week, but today topped it off. So first off, hell of a week. The transmission in the Z-Warrior grenaded. Me not knowing that the 4L60, even though it's built, would not hold up to that engine. Could have just saved a lot of time and money with just a stock 4L80 instead of the 4L60 that was built. Waste of fucking time. Now that car is down. Now I've got to save money and do the conversion, because I'm not putting another 4L60 in that Ford to blow up again. Number two. Today started off pretty good. I had a tip last night from a very good friend of mine. Hello, friend. And there was a job fair going on. So we went through the app a little bit, and we're not able to find the vendors. So I'm kind of on the fence about going. I get dressed. I kind of scruff my hair up, going backwards just so it can show the little curls and stuff. I wonder if I look like a little shadow, like I see myself on this little camera here. Scruff my hair back a little bit so that it shows the little curls, and get my somewhat dressy but casual shirt. Put it on, tuck it in, get the belt on, and start heading to school to take the kids to school. Traffic was surprisingly light this morning, thank goodness. And we got close to the school, and next thing you know, there was a big line of freaking traffic out of nowhere. I see cop lights. I duck off to the neighborhood. Oops, I take the wrong street, and I'm forced to go up to where all the cops are, and they have the road blocked off. And so now I've got to dive into all of the freaking traffic that I was trying to avoid. So, dealt with that for about 30 minutes. Kids were late to school, even though they would have been there early. They didn't get to eat breakfast. They're probably all pissed off when they got in class. Like, man, they ain't even getting no breakfast this morning. Nevertheless, I head on down to my favorite adult playground, which is the 99-cent store, so I can get prepared for the day. Go in there, and I wanted to know the vendors. A friend of mine, she messaged me, good luck, and all of that good stuff. And yeah, messaged me, good luck, whatever. And I went ahead and I looked up the place, and called them. I called them up. It was HCC, Houston Community College, North Forest. Called them up. Hey, do you know what vendors are going to be there? I'm not sure. Let me transfer you to somebody that may be able to help you. And while they were talking, they actually transferred me, because they weren't freaking interested in answering the phone to begin with. So they transferred me to security. Security's pissed his own self, because there is no list, and there are people calling wanting to know who the hell is going to be there before we drive way across the town to a job fair, only to find out they're looking for freaking rocket scientists and engineers. So security's like, as a matter of fact, hold on. Call me back in about 5 minutes, man. I'm going to go ahead and make me a list, because this don't make no sense. So I gave him 20 minutes. I get my protein drinks, protein up, got some fruit, sitting in the car, eating. I go ahead, I make the call. Sure enough, that secretary has to listen. She's oh man. I'm like, ma'am, could you tell me what vendors are there? Oh God, you want me to read the whole list? I said, well, if it's not going to take you 5 or 10 minutes to go through the list, then yeah, that'll keep me from making a long journey out there. So she goes, well, blah, 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 UPS. Whoa, UPS. Oh, hell yeah, I'm going. I'm going because I didn't feel that for Stafford location, Sweetwater location, Kiowa Road. I didn't feel that for regular driver, personal vehicle driver. I feel that for everything except Willowbrook. So I made the journey out there. Actually, hold up. I went and freshened up my resumes at the workforce. Got 10 of them printed out, just in case. But I went there with one goal in mind, and that was to go talk to these folks at UPS, because there was actually some hiring people with some pull there that's going to have my information. Finally, talked to the lady, gave the lady my information. She's the hiring lady over the Willowbrook area. She needs to hire 14 people. So, told me they're going to give me a call back either today, tomorrow. They said it's going to be pretty darn soon. They need to straighten some things out online with my online application. She's going to get her boss to take care of that as well. And they will call me for the personal vehicle courier or carrier, however you want to see. I basically be using my own car in order to make the deliveries. $21 an hour. I believe it was, I can't remember. I think it is just 5 cents a mile for whatever you drive. That's fine. $21 an hour. That's basically what I was averaging at Cheetah Transportation. But UPS ain't going to be taking $200 a week out of my damn check. So, I leave there. And my friend / customer, they messaged me just out of the blue. Truck broke down while they were running errands. And this is a truck I worked on. So they're a customer of mine as well. Well, I'm not too far from there. I had just started Uber Eats. And it had been slow. I only had one freaking order today. Seriously, one order for the day. Didn't know how far I was away from restaurants either. That would have helped had I been just stationed myself downtown. Probably would have made $50, $60 today. So, but I made that whole $6 from that one delivery. And I realized, well, I'm around the corner. Let me check out this here truck, man, and see what it is. She's got a handicapped kid. And let's check it out. See if I might be able to get it going. So, I get somewhere over around that area. And I just messaged them, hey, I'm close by. I'm going to go ahead and check out the truck. They messaged, okay. And the car, the Conquest, the red car just dies. It stalls out at the light. I'm putting my foot on the gas and it just blum, blum, blum. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I stalled it out. Also, the other day I had to adjust the clutch. The clutch, I would have to put my foot to the floor to get the gear to go, to get this selector into the gear. All the way to the floor and push. I adjusted it. It felt okay. Anyways, car dies at a light under the freeway, right where some homeless people live. Now, I'm trying to get it to crank and spin over, and it's turning slowly. Then it tried to fire up, and it died again. Damn, what next? Well, the car was too hot for me to work on it and check it right there. So a homeless guy helped me push it. I was like, man, you know where a place is? We can get something to eat around here, man. I'll take you to get something to eat. Because I don't carry cash on me. I don't like carrying cash. You got a $10 bill in your pocket and you lose it, that's $10 gone. $10, that's a lot of damn money to me with my broke ass. So, I didn't have anything to give him as far as that go, but I had my protein drinks there. I had only drunk one of them. I gave him the 3-pack. Boy, he was happy as hell to get that because this protein is good for you and it's nutrition and it's like a meal in one. Boy, he was happy to get it. I was glad he was happy to get it. So we parked there, called my folks. I don't want to call them because I know I don't really have money to get the damn car towed, and I don't want them taking care of it, paying it, because that's just how I am. That's just me. That's how I am. So, they went ahead and they called a record driver. Record driver was already loaded with 2 cars. So I'm sitting there waiting. Might have took a nap. I can't remember if I even took a nap. Call my girl up. No, I text my girl. Air quotes. Told her the kid's gonna have to walk today because my car broke down. Then she called me, check on me, see what was going on. I was explaining to her how I was pretty much finna get this position where I'm gonna need my car now. I don't have a car. What a day. I walk down the street, I come back, and I just say screw it. I stick the key in, turned it. The car crunk up. Well, I'll be down. So, my friend who knows the area, I immediately get on the phone with her in order to save time in case the car tries to down on me, asking where AutoZone or Rally was. They guided me the step-by-step. Thank God. Got there, and I'm thinking the engine might have locked because it was low on oil, because the car, it just spits oil out. You pour it in, it spits it out. I don't know where all the oil is leaking from. I can tell you the oil cooler, it leaks around there. I do know that. There's 2 grommets where it leaks. I guess there'd be some type of intake gas. It leaks around there. But I'm putting a quart of oil in there at least every week. So I fill it up with some Marvel Mystery Oil. And what else? 3 quarts of oil. Because I know it still had a little something in there. It got me there. And I'm relieved. The motor's not knocking. Crank up the car. Put it in gear. And the clutch is just screaming. The clutch is... It's louder than the blow-off valve every time I put my foot on the clutch. I'm like, oh my God, what the hell is going on now? The car is running good. It's not detonating. Also, by the way, here's another thing here in Houston. If you have a car that runs on 93 octane, certain gas stations are not actually selling you 93 octane. I'm finding that out. Because I put 93 octane in my car at different one of these mom and pop cheap Arabic stations or whatever you want to call them. And the red car will detonate on 93 octane. It should. Also, at some of those mom and pop cheap Arabic run stations, I'll put some 87 in there. It run just like it did on the 93. Sometime I try 89. It ran better on 89 than the supposed 93. So anyways, they opened a brand new Valero station that I went to last night, and I did put 93 in it. Guess what? Foot to the goddamn floor, no detonating. Okay, just a little bit in 5th gear, but I do have the boost turned up to 14 freaking pounds. I might need to turn it down a little bit, but no detonating in the rest of the gears. Car running better than ever. I finally get the car running better than ever. Car stalls out on me and die. I'm thinking the car is dead. Excuse me, guys. I'm thinking the car is dead. I go dump some Marvel Mystery Oil in it. 3 quarts of oil. We get going and the clutch is just making all kinds of boo-boo noise every time I hit the clutch. Every time. Get the shoe. From that time, I messaged my sister, told her, don't worry about picking up the kids, I'm on the road. Messaged the tow truck driver, hey, I got the car running, it's going again. Messaged my girl, told her, hey, I got the car going. She called me up, let me know when you get home. But Friday she ain't called me, well, she did call me back to check on me again to see if I had made it home, which I haven't made it. Well, actually I am home. See, my mind's all jacked up now from all this crap and the stress. Probably gonna take myself to Panda Express today because I'm in a pissed off mood and I'm hungry and I'm finna cheat on this damn diet. Finna cheat on this here diet like I'm LeBron James or something. Anyways, the car dies again close to home. I start pushing the car because I'm gonna push it into the Chevron station. Next thing you know, the car takes off. I look back and the other guy with his mechanic uniform and everything on, he jumped behind and started pushing the car too. I'm like, woo, thank God, because this little car here, it's not the lightest thing in the world, and I'm not as big as I used to be, so I don't have that much weight pushing the car. We get it up in there, he takes off, goes back to his vehicle, goes his merry way. I go ahead and I try to spin the engine over, and it's not spinning over. So I popped the hood, and I decided I'm going to give it a good, thorough look. Pull the wire off of the starter. It's one wire on that starter that will vibrate loose. It's soaked full of oil all inside of the connector because the oil leaks everywhere in that car. Pull it out, I blow it out, take a paper towel, I wipe the thing off, the prong that piece goes on, wipe it off, clean it, put it back on, try it again, engine tries to spin over, but it doesn't. Go back down, and I look again, and I look at the bottom of the engine where the transmission bolts to it, and I notice a big ass gap in there about a ½ inch. The freaking transmission and engine were trying to separate. So the shaft from the transmission that goes through the clutch into the actual engine, well, you know, all that stuff there, blah, 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 it gets fancy. The engine's here, the transmission's here. When the bolts, well, basically, I saw my transmission and it was like this. Engine's nice and horizontal like it's supposed to be. Transmission's supposed to be with it. I find the transmission like this. The bolts on the bottom of both sides were about to fall out. I look at the rest of the transmission because you can look down there and see. And just like the AC compressor, not the compressor, but the pulley, just like it was left loose among with a couple of other things, those two bottom bolts were left loose. But like I said, I looked at the other bolts too. And there were only 2 more bolts. And those were the only 2 bolts holding the transmission. I was missing about 4 bolts that actually go in the transmission. Completely fucking gone. Just gone. Disappeared. I don't know if the jackass even put them in there or not. The way this bastard worked on that car, I'd be surprised if he even put them in. There also seem to be no lock washers, no thread lock or anything, no Loctite, no nothing, just nice, clean, pretty bolts on none of the bolts on the transmission. Now I get it. You're supposed to check the car when you buy it. And you know what? I checked the oil. Made sure it was running decent. It was missing, but I already knew what to do to take care of that. Took care of it the same day. It was shifting okay at the time because the guy literally just half-assed put the car together. It had AC at the time because the guy had just half-assed put the car together, and then the pulley fell off, and then no more AC. But you shouldn't have to go through a car when you go and look at it with a damn torque wrench to make sure everything is torqued down properly. Missing bolts here and there. There are bolts on top of the there are bolts on top of the intake. The valve cover, where their stuff's supposed to be. Some of the emissions equipment was removed, which I would have removed anyway. But there's oil that comes out of there because the jackass didn't put the bolts back in there and seal them off. The other day, I started looking at it. There are bolts on the intake. The actual intake, not the intake where the filter is. I mean the actual intake where the air and fuel mixture bolt up to the cylinder head. There are actually bolts missing out of there. There are bolts missing on the bottom of the exhaust manifold, where it bolts to the head. Yes. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't even torque the head bolts properly, which I'm eventually going to yank that valve cover and I'm going to go and check. The Camaro was a lemon when I bought it. I didn't check the lights and all of that stuff. I didn't check hardly anything on it as the kids were being loaded up in it before I even made the final purchase on the damn car. Not noticing that it had $3,800 on the window, but I paid the $4,500 fucking dollars that was listed in the ad on Craigslist. Anyways, I did get it cheap. I bought it like $1,000 cheaper than what he was asking for, because he wasn't gonna get that much money for it. I would have told him to kiss my ass. But for that much shit to be missing, and the guy was a fucking master tech. So I guess that tells you who the hell they're hiring at these dealerships to work on your shit. So-called fucking master tech. Maybe that's why he was moving, because he's fucking lost his job or some shit up there. He wasn't cutting it as a master tech because he wasn't putting bolts and shit back in the cars where they were supposed to go. I don't know. I don't give a shit. But this is by far, when it comes to cars and shit missing, like actual bolts and stuff that is supposed to be there, this is by far the worst. And it ain't the car's fault that it was having trouble. No, not at all. So here I am, all pissed off, and I'm thinking, well, fuck. I'm about to get this job at UPS, and now I don't have a car. Can't use the truck because they don't have tonneau covers on them. They prefer a 4-door car, but both of my cars are 2 doors, and it don't matter anyway because the Camaro, the transmission is blowed up in it, and I need a bigger transmission because there's no way the little transmission is gonna hold. So with that, pretty much all of the rant for the day and the week. All said and done, it's been a crappy day, but some lock washers ought to take care of it, and that's about it. Some lock washers, go check the head bolts, make sure the idiot tighten those down, and that's about it. Anyways, I gotta go take a whiz. And that's my rant for the day and probably the week. I know it's been a while. And speaking of updates, since I'm gonna be here a lot more often than not, you guys are probably gonna start getting those Mugen videos. You know, the game videos I used to make all the time that brought a lot of subscribers over. So you guys are gonna probably start getting that. Probably start editing music again, because I'll be here for a while again. But it's been a shitty day, man. Shitty fucking day. But at least the car's running fine now. Oh, I'm gonna give you a sneak peek at that beast right there. I knew that dog since she was a puppy, and she barks like crazy. You're missing the penis. She's missing the penis. That's probably her problem right there. Anyways, YouTube, peace out.